Once upon a time, in the peaceful kingdom of Rose Lake, there lived a young princess named Alina. She had golden brown hair, twinkling emerald eyes, and the brightest smile in all the lands. Startled, she looked around. No one was there. Only the wind blowing through the trees. Maybe she'd been working too hard, she thought, rubbing her tired eyes. Let's go home, Alina. You can rest now. It led her behind a waterfall where she discovered a hidden wooden door covered in vines. Flowers floated in the air, trees whispered lullabies, and butterflies glowed like lanterns. So she set off on a quest through fields of shimmering grass, across sparkling streams, and over hills of spun sugar. Under a bush sat a little girl doll. "What's wrong?" asked Alina. "I lost my voice," the doll whispered. "The shadow of doubt took it when I sang a sad song. He's stuck in his own darkness. He forgot how to believe in magic." "Excuse me," said Alina. "Do you know how to save the Garden of Dreams?" At the end, a stone tower shimmered in the sunlight. This must be it, Alina thought. Taking a deep breath, she walked toward the tower. Because you believed in kindness, forgiveness, and yourself, the tunnel opened again, and Alina was gently carried back to her palace. When she awoke, the petal on her pillow had turned into a glowing flower. Birds chirped joyfully outside. From that day, the palace garden bloomed brighter than ever. Animals, children, and even the grumpy palace guard would smile more often. The owl hooted softly. "Indeed, I do. You must learn the language of dreams." "How do I do that?" "By believing in yourself," the owl replied. "Now go to the whispering willow and ask her for help. Only those who truly believed would understand." But the kingdom knew one thing. She was no ordinary princess. She was a princess who listened with her heart, who faced fears with courage, and who believed that every small act of kindness could change the world. And whenever the wind blew through the garden, she would smile, for she knew the Garden of Dreams was smiling too. Alina thanked the owl and walked toward a weeping willow tree. She sat on its roots and whispered, "Can you help me save the Garden of Dreams?" The wind rustled through its leaves. "Of course! Here's the first part of the dream song." Sing it to bring the flowers back to life. As the willow sang, Alina listened carefully. When she finished, Alina took a deep breath and added the next verse. "The garden needs more than just flowers. Its heart is trapped inside a tower. The wind sighed. You're almost there. This last verse will lead you to the heart of the garden." Alina closed her eyes, remembering everything she'd learned on her journey. When she opened them, she sang with all her might. Alina wasn't sure if she believed him, but she knew she had to keep going. She thanked the fish for their help and continued on her way. Alina wanted to help, so she sat down beside the doll and began telling jokes. The doll laughed so hard, she startled. "You got your voice back," exclaimed Alina. The doll nodded, tears streaming down her face. "Thank you. Now I can sing again." As the doll ran off to practice her singing, Alina continued on her path. "You think you're strong," it hissed. "You're just a little girl. I may be small," said Alina, "but I have love, truth, and courage. That's stronger than you." She raised her hands. The keys spun around her, glowing brighter and brighter until they burst into light. The shadow let out a shriek and vanished in a puff of gray smoke. The sky turned blue. The flowers danced. The Garden of Dreams was alive again. As she walked, the wind whispered riddles about her journey. A sign nearby read, "Wishing well." Make a wish and it will come true. Alina knew what she had to do. She closed her eyes and wished with all her might for the fish to be colorful and lively again. When she opened them, The fish were darting and flashing, their scales sparkling in the sun. Just then, a handsome prince appeared. "Who are you?" he asked. "I'm Princess Alina," she replied. "And I'm here to save the Garden of Dreams." "Why?" he asked. "Dreams are better without color. They're more fun, more exciting." Alina frowned. "But dreams need color and kindness to thrive. Besides, saving dreams isn't selfish. It helps everyone." The prince shook his head. "Selfish is helping others," he muttered as he walked away. "What has an eye but cannot see?" she heard. Thinking hard, she answered, "A needle." Suddenly, a giant thimble popped out of the ground. "Correct," said the wind. "But don't stay too long here, or you'll shrink like a grape." Alina hopped inside the thimble and soon found herself in a wonderful land made of sweets. "Wow," she gasped. "This place is amazing," but she couldn't stay. The wind was right. Soon she felt herself shrinking. Quickly, she climbed out of the thimble just as a friendly gingerbread man approached. "Hello, little girl," he said. "Can you help me find my missing buttons?" "Of course," Alina replied, handing him some candy buttons. As she walked away, she heard him shout, "Hooray, we're all whole again." Alina smiled. This place really was magical. But she had to move on. She thanked the gingerbread man and continued on her way. But something was wrong. The skies were gray. The flowers drooped. The trees looked sad. A squirrel wearing glasses ran up to her. "You must be Princess Alina." "We've been waiting." "Waiting for what?" she asked. "To save us." "The dream garden's heart has been locked away by the shadow of doubt." "Shadow of doubt," Alina repeated. "It steals color, hope, and laughter," said the squirrel. "Only someone truly kind and brave can defeat it." She gently touched the petal on her necklace, and the door slowly opened. Inside was a swirling tunnel of light. "What's in there?" she asked herself. "The Garden of Dreams," whispered the wind. "Are you coming?" Taking a deep breath, Alina stepped inside. But what made her special was not her crown. It was her kind heart. Princess Alina loved helping people, animals, and even the tiniest bugs. She would spend hours in the palace gardens planting flowers, talking to birds, and listening to stories from old trees. The people of Rose Lake adored her and called her the Flower Princess. One morning, as Alina watered her roses, she heard a soft voice in the breeze. "Princess Alina, help us!" That night, Alina had a dream. A glowing butterfly appeared in her room and whispered, "The Garden of Dreams is dying. Only the one with a pure heart can save it." When she woke up, a single petal from a magical flower lay on her pillow. It shimmered like the stars. Was this a dream or a sign? What should she do? With the petal tucked safely inside her dress, Alina spent the day thinking about her secret. Who wouldn't want to save a magical garden full of dreams? But how would she find it? As evening fell, Alina sat by her window, watching fireflies dance. Suddenly, the wind brushed against her ear again. "Find me, Alina." Follow the whispers of the wind and the glow of dreams. The next day, Alina followed a trail of glowing petals through the palace gardens. When she emerged, she landed in the most magical garden she had ever seen. Alina knew she had to help. But first, she had to find the heart of the garden. Suddenly, she heard sniffling. Soon she came to a beautiful lake. But when she leaned over to admire the fish, she saw a horrible sight. All the fish were gray and listless. Suddenly, the wind rushed through the trees. "Don't pay any attention to him," it said. Soon she came to a clearing where a wise old owl sat on a branch. As her song ended, a path made of flowers opened up before her. When she reached the top, she saw a beautiful crystal heart. But standing in front of it was the shadow of doubt. Suddenly, the butterfly appeared, shining brighter than before. "You have restored the garden," it said. Chapter 8. A princess like no other princess, Alina never told many people about her magical journey. Why the end?